Good afternoon. I'm Andy Kenyon, the Director of the Parks and Recreation Department. I would like to start by saying how proud I am of my team. This year has been unlike any other year in any of our lives, and the team really did an outstanding job of rallying together to make sure the community and each other were taken care of. I am so proud of the team. Change is a pretty normal part of the Parks and Recreation world, so I wasn't completely shocked when I saw the staff helping each other out, asking what they could do, and being there for one another. Garrett Thalen, our recreation manager, often uses the phrase, "protect the team," with his staff, and it quickly became a mantra we used throughout the year in the entire department. Protecting each other, working with one another, and for one another, and next to each other really was how we were getting through this pandemic. Staff was asked to disrupt their home life and work from home. The tree crew stepped up and installed playground equipment. Everybody helped weed whip the cemeteries, plant tulips, weed flower beds, and edge sidewalks. The recreation team would start planning on doing a program and then have to switch at a moment's notice due to a new mandate or restriction. They created new programming like a fishing night for kids. Due to not being able to be inside, it was totally filled up. I am so proud of the team. The greenhouse staff stepped up their game again. They were very deliberate in how they planted, when they planted, and made sure that people had something beautiful to look at while they were out and about walking in the city. Park staff made sure that parks were extra clean, adding trash pickups and signage to playgrounds. The cemetery crew had to keep functioning at their high level, never slowed down, and always had wonderful customer service despite the complications with the pandemic. I am so proud of the team. As I move into my few bullet points to start the budget year, I want to reiterate that I'm very happy with how the Parks and Recreation team has made it through these trying times and stepped up in tremendous ways. I am super thankful to each and every member of the team for everything that we've accomplished this year. So some of the highlights for this year include the following. Lakeview Park refresh and playground replacement. We had a public-private partnership and we leveraged those funds. This was a multifaceted effort that involved a large amount of donations combined with city funds and a grant program through the playground company. This allowed us to build a bigger and better structure for the community. It was supposed to be a community build, but it turned into a staff project due to COVID. This ended up being a great thing because it really kicked off the year and helped us grow as a team and started the massive cross-training effort that took place. The next is the completion of the dog park at Veneralty Farm. The dog park is open. It has been very well received and is getting a lot of use already. It will be one of the most popular places in the park system. We also created new relationships with community stakeholders and partners at Bowes Pool. High school athletic practices were held there due to COVID. Staff engaged with many high school athletic directors to host outdoor swimming practices at Bowes. As the only outdoor pool in the area, the pool was very busy with rentals, while still allowing the normal open swim time for the community. The schools that participated were Grand Haven, Holland, Holland Christian, West Ottawa, Zeeland, and Hudsonville. The schools and athletes loved being there and will likely hold camps there in the future. This also brought along COVID cross-training. The team was brought together by working outside of our normal duties. In order to keep office staff working and not having to reduce hours, etc., we had them learn how to weed whip, plant flowers, help in the cemetery, and install playground equipment. And with the loss of the SWAT program, the team stepped up and, as cliche as this is, did more with less, creating new methods and procedures that were not only super efficient, but much safer. Tulip lane digging, planting, and sod cutting are a few examples of that. The facility team added new compressor lines to fire stations for air packs and trucks. Preventative maintenance was also brought in-house. The team was tasked with securing the vast majority of the safety supplies and PPE for the city during COVID. They hunted relentlessly for everything from hand sanitizer to sneeze guards, installing the equipment as well. This year, the team has brought a lot of the preventative maintenance in-house, filter and belt changes to name a couple. This has saved us a lot of money. And annuals grown in the new greenhouse had a banner year and the designs were spectacular. We had larger plants that led to an instant impact. It was great to hear all the positive feedback from the community related to how nice the city looked. Our greenhouse operator put a ton of time into making sure everything looked great, as always, and people noticed. Without being able to travel around the country, it was nice to give people something beautiful in their own neighborhoods to explore and enjoy. Now let's talk about our few priorities for the coming year. Bowes Pool. We're going to change the structure to allow for a new revenue stream and management. The pool will be rented out in the morning with lessons and/or practices. It'll be operated and managed by a retired teacher that's been on staff since this summer. This will give us consistency year to year with our deliverables. We're going to be updating infrastructure throughout the Parks and Recreation system. This will include lighting updates, signing, repair, and replacement, not wayfinding like we did last year, but more educational and informational, and striping and paving in many of our lots. The Recreation Center discussion is still ongoing. This continues to be on the top of our priority list. With COVID restrictions in place, schools have been very hesitant this year to allow for city recreational programming to take place in their buildings. This is also forming some thought processes in their buildings moving forward when COVID is more under control. We'll also be increasing our training opportunities and work to streamline seasonal operations. Processes like in-house training on equipment, how parkland is maintained, and accountability will be some of the new processes updated this coming year. Thank you very much and have a great day.